Well, we are a nation obsessed with fitness, and as the country's largest demographic, baby boomers move into their senior years, more attention is being focused on how they can be the best they can be.
Not just fit, but athletic and competitive. And one of the nation's experts on older athletes is right here in Pittsburgh. And Channel 4 Action News anchor Sally Wiggin has her secret to competing at a higher level at a higher age, I guess.
We'd all like to do that, wouldn't we? Except not be a higher age. Anyway, Dr. Vonda Wright is an orthopedic surgeon at the UPMC Center for Sports Medicine. She started researching masters athletes 5 years ago and has been interviewed by the AARP, CNN, and the New York Times. She also happens to be the orthopedic surgeon for the Pitt Panthers football team.
It's the football field where she most prominently displays her expertise, overseeing and protecting elite young athletes. But her growing passion is another kind of athlete, masters athletes.
People think that at some arbitrary age it's time to give it up, slow down, just assume that we have to become inactive. But that could be no further from the truth. I mean, look at us, Sally. We are designed for mobility. We have two strong legs. Absolutely.
I consider myself very athletic, which doesn't mean I'm a good athlete. It means that I'm very athletic.
Recognize this guy?
There's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Well-known personal injury attorney Edgar Snyder is 67. He runs, bikes, swims, and golfs.
Does it bother you that there are certain things you cannot do because of your age?
Not really.
In January, Snyder fell while running and injured his leg badly. His wife then encouraged him to get a full evaluation at the UPMC Performance Center as part of the center's Prima program.
It's an individualized, one-on-one program that is specifically meant to take people who are currently exercising to their next level and do it without injury.
And the director of the Performance Center says it means training the body as a whole.
The body is a chain reaction of movement patterns. And so when we train people, we don't train one muscle group.
Do this for a minute. Well, it's not as easy as you think.
There is emphasis on core strength, three-dimensional stretching, and balance. That's crucial for masters athletes because 1 in 3 people over the age of 65 falls. Many sustain fractures. Poor balance is a big reason.
I started here in March or April. I mean, I couldn't stand on one leg for a second. I couldn't go do this. I could not do this. Take one leg.
All right, one leg.
One leg up, put your thing, and then close your eyes.
How long do I have to do it?
Snyder has also learned not to overtrain. A trip to Florida recently and a different trainer at a gym there resulted in an injured shoulder.
You've had several injections.
I've had 2 injections in here.
You inflamed your rotator cuff.
Yeah.
Did you tear it?
No.
Okay. Are we sure?
No.
Dr. Wright determines that it is probably not a tear, but recommends that moderation is the key when Snyder deviates from the program prescribed here at the Sports Performance Center.
I think the older you get, the more you have to do to be able to make it a little easier on your head sometimes and on your body sometimes.
He is 67. So no surprise, the fastest growing population of active people in this country are over 50. And even though sports medicine seems to have ignored them, it's never too late for you to pay attention. You can start right at your own home. Dr. Wright suggests starting with a balance test. Here it is. Stand next to a stable surface, feet shoulder width apart. Try to stand on one leg for 20 seconds and do that several times a day. You'll get better. You can make it harder by closing your eyes or using weights.
It's difficult.
It is hard. But
once you take eyes out of it, you're...
Yeah. It's going to be part of her new book, Fitness After 40, that comes out in January.
She's
so there'll be
darling.
a lot of... She is, and very, very intelligent.
And you did that test again, and you stood for longer than 20
Yeah,
seconds.
I did.
Love it.
Thank you for telling everybody that.